The Exorcist has finally been announced for 4K with an exclusive 4K box set. We also have Scream 3 4K release rumors from Paramount. Criterion announces their new October slate, including the others on 4K. The John Candy, John Hughes classic Uncle Buck is heading to 4K from Kino Lorber. Batman: The Mask of the Phantasm gets a 4K announcement from Warner Brothers. And the fall horror season continues to take shape as Rosemary's Baby is announced for 4K from Paramount. All this and more in the next Physical Media Report. Stay tuned. What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the Mid-Level Media channel, your hub for everything physical media and entertainment. I am Ken, and today, guys, we are here for the Physical Media Report, episode 170. That is right, guys, your weekly dose of physical media goodness, where we talk about everything new and exciting in the world of 4K and Blu-ray. And man, 170. We are only 30 episodes away from my 200th episode of this report. That is absolutely insane. But look, guys, before we get into it, we're going to talk about some rumors. We got all kinds of stuff to talk about. There was all kinds of news just flying in all different directions this week, and I'm going to try to break it all down for you guys here today. Rumors, news, deals, announcements, what is new this week, just tons of stuff we got to talk about. Before we get into it though, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We talk about physical media on this channel every single day, every single week, so if you like that kind of thing, hit that subscribe button. Also hit that like button, and then comment down below, guys, of everything that we talk about here today, and there's got to be something for somebody in all of this stuff we have to talk about. What are you the most excited about? What are you the most amped up for? And what gets your juices flowing the most? Let me know in that comment section below, and then turn on bell notifications for all future videos. So let's go ahead and jump into it with the rumors. We're jumping in head first, guys. So there's a lot of stuff to decipher here. A lot of people were announcing a lot of different things. Now, if it's not officially announced by the studio, if it is not officially on Blu-ray.com, up for pre-order on Amazon, I do not cover it in the news and announcements. I cover it in the rumors, but a lot of these titles are very heavily indicated from a variety of sources to be coming out. So most of these rumors that we're going to talk about are almost guaranteed to happen, but because they're not officially announced yet, I put them in the rumor category. So let's start with Scream 3. Coming out on 4K from Paramount on October the 3rd. So I saw images from this, I think on Dawn of the Discs. I think that was the first person I seen post this. He posted a regular 4K slip and also a Steelbook, which is in line with what we've been getting from the Scream franchise. We got the first Scream, I believe, in 2021 with the 4K and the 4K Steelbook. And then last year we got Scream 2 with the 4K and the 4K Steelbook. So it makes sense that they continue on with Scream 3 with the 4K slip and the Steelbook. Now, I know there were some people, kind of upset about the design of both of these. I think they're okay, but they're definitely not in line with Scream 1 and Scream 2. They're very different looking. Scream 3 is very much like a traditional poster of the movie and not like a cool, different style of artwork that I feel like 1 and 2 were. And the Steelbook is red, so it's like a completely different cover. Like the first two Screams are both black, and they both kind of had similar color schemes. So I definitely don't like that they're kind of deviating from that original format and cover art so much, so drastically. But either way, I'm gonna get the Steelbook here because I got the Steelbook for 1 and 2, so I'm gonna continue to get the Steelbook for the third one as well. So there's also supposedly a box set coming with the first 3 Scream films in it from Paramount. So that's kind of confusing to me, and to be honest, like, I don't know why you would want to get a box set with the first 3 unless you're just completely done with the franchise after the third one. You didn't like the fourth one, you don't like the new ones that are coming out, and you just want the original 3. But you gotta think at some point we're gonna get a box set with all 7 of them in it once the 7th one comes out. Now, there is issues with the 4th one, and I believe that Lionsgate still has the rights to the 4th one. So Paramount would have to get the rights from Lionsgate in order to put out the 4th one in the box set, unless they just put out 1 through 3 and then 5 through 7 in a box set and they leave the 4th one out. So they got to get that 4th one somehow, but you have to imagine there's going to be some strings pulled to get that box set completed once the 7th one comes out. So I don't know why you would want the original 3 in the box set. Maybe if it's a cheaper option, you never picked up the 4Ks and you just want to get them all in one little collection. So I'm excited to watch Scream 3 on 4K. I think that'll look fantastic as well. So let's move on to the next rumor. This is the Friday the 13th 4K Steelbook coming out from Paramount sometime in October. Doesn't have an official release date yet because it's not officially announced yet. But again, I saw this on the Dawn of the Disc Instagram page as well. Now, it's supposed to be getting a Waxworks exclusive slip, so the same artwork that was on the record, the Waxwork record of Friday the 13th is going to be on this. So I don't know if this is like a new trend that's going to be happening. They're putting like the artwork from the records on the Blu-rays, if they're gonna start working together with artwork wise. So I don't know exactly what's happening here, but yeah, Friday the 13th 4K Steelbook, that's cool and all, but we got the Blu-ray Steelbook of it. From what I'm seeing, it's the same Steelbook with the same artwork. I think Killer Mommy Killer's on the back as well. You just have that slipcover going on top of it, Lionsgate style. So this is one that I don't know. I want to pick it up because I love picking up and collecting for Friday the 13th, but at the same time, it's like I had this movie on 4K. I had this Steelbook. Do I really need this? Yes, it's a cool slipcover, but yeah, I don't know if I'm going to pick this one up, guys, to be honest. And I'm really disappointed that, you know, we're not getting Friday the 13th Part 2, or at least as of yet. I mean, it hasn't been announced yet. But if they decide to put this one out and not Friday the 13th Part 2 on 4K, which is what I was anticipating and hoping that they would do, I just think that kind of sucks. And I get it, if you didn't get Friday the 13th on 4K, maybe you want to get this one, but this is just something that I'm probably not going to be interested in. I'm probably not going to pick it up. But yeah, it's not announced yet, but hopefully soon. We're also continuing on with the rumors supposed to be getting a Kick-Ass 2 4K Steelbook. This is supposed to be coming out from Lionsgate, and this actually says that it's coming out on Blu-ray.com, but it's just the 4K slipcover that is showing on Blu-ray.com. No Steelbook on Blu-ray.com as of yet. So yeah, this hasn't been officially announced, but again, very heavily indicated. I saw this on a variety of pages and websites. You know, I was kind of doing some Google searches and stuff. So I saw this popping up in places, just not officially announced as of right now. But yeah, Kick-Ass 2 is okay. It's definitely not as good as the first one. So I'll probably end up getting this because I don't have a Blu-ray release of Kick-Ass 2, and I do have Kick-Ass on 4K. So I would definitely want the second one. But if they do a slipcover, I'm probably just going to get that slipcover version to match my slipcover of the 4K. So getting into the next rumor, we have Trading Places 4K 40th Anniversary Edition coming out from Paramount sometime this year. No official announcement, but this is on Blu-ray.com as well. It is listed on there, but no image of this coming out. But again, it'll probably be announced sometime very soon. So this is another one of the Paramount 4Ks. It's being announced like 2 years after they released the Paramount Presents title and gave it a 4K scan. So pretty much every single title, guys, I'm going to warn you all, if you want to collect for Paramount Presents, like pretty much every title they put out on Blu-ray in the Paramount Presents line, they're now putting on 4K because all of them got 4K scans. So now a couple of years later, they're putting them out on 4K. You know, think of that what you will. I don't really like that. To me, that kind of rubs me the wrong way. The re-releases don't always rub me the wrong way, but that one kind of does, because it's like they just did them 2 years ago and gave them 4K scans. Why couldn't they just do them 4K, you know, back then? Or at least like now, put them out Paramount Presents editions on 4K. But also, I guess it makes them cheaper when they just put them out on 4K, you know, because this is only probably going to be $19.99. Roman Holidays only $19.99. And if it was Paramount Presents, it would be $34.99. So I guess it's good for that. But are you excited for Trading Places? This is a movie that has the potential to look great. And, you know, yeah, I can't wait to see it. This is a great movie, great comedy, classic comedy with Eddie Murphy from the 80s. But let me know how you feel about it in the comment section below. So let's go ahead and jump into the actual news and announcements, guys. And we had The Exorcist coming to 4K, finally announced by Warner Brothers, coming out on September the 19th. So yeah, I am very, very excited for this movie coming out on 4K. Now, we've talked about this all the way back since December when Warner Brothers announced all the stuff they had coming for the 100th anniversary. They announced The Exorcist was coming to 4K in 2023. So this is not really a surprise, but the fact that we have the official cover art now is really cool, and I can't wait. Now, I will say a lot of people have criticisms of those 100th anniversary gold banners. I don't love it on The Exorcist. I will admit that. I didn't love it on Evil Dead Rise either. I think it works for some movies and doesn't work for others. I appreciate the consistency. But yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm just excited to watch The Exorcist on 4K. This movie's going to look absolutely fantastic in 4K. I know Warner Brothers is going to do it right. I just have faith in them that they're going to do it right. This is coming out September the 19th. We're also getting a UK box set that is currently up for pre-order right now. It's a Steelbook box set. It's on Zavi in the UK, which will not ship to the US, but it is also on Amazon UK as well, and I will link that down below in the description, which does ship to the US. So I pre-ordered my Zavi exclusive box set this morning, and guys, this is probably going to go pretty quickly. You're going to have a limited amount of time to pre-order this, so jump on it. Like I said, I will leave that link down below in the description. So I'm excited to get that box set. Look, I had to get it. Exorcist is my favorite horror movie of all time, so I cannot wait to watch this movie on 4K, guys. Are you excited for Exorcist on 4K? Let me know in that comment section below. Let's go ahead and jump into one of my other all-time favorite horror movies, and that is Rosemary's Baby. That is also coming out on 4K from Paramount on October the 10th. It's going to be a native 4K transfer with Dolby Vision and HDR10. Now, getting into the slipcover here, this is a cool looking slipcover. I kind of like the design, but I saw a lot of people kind of crapping on it. It's the silhouette of Rosemary, with the belly, and it's all green. I like the green colors. I like the aesthetic here. But I would have loved the original poster art as well. What I hope happens, and Paramount doesn't usually do this, Sony usually does stuff like this, but not Paramount, but I hope that Paramount does it in this particular case. But what I hope happens is you take the slipcover off and it's the original poster art in the actual 4K case underneath. Like that, I feel like would be better, and that would fix the issue. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think about that artwork. I'm excited to watch this movie in 4K. It's one of my favorite, horror movies of all time. I think it's going to look fantastic in 4K as well. And yeah, super excited for it. Let me know if you're excited for Rosemary's Baby coming out on October the 10th in the comments section below. We also have Uncle Buck. Was announced for 4K by Kino Lorber. Now, this is one of their announcements, coming soon announcements, so we don't know when this is actually going to come out. Is it going to come out this year? Is it going to come out in 2024? Is it going to come out in 2030? We don't know what the Kino Lorber announcements. They just throw stuff out there, and then, we get the official announcement somewhere down the line. But this is a really cool announcement to me because this is, of course, a classic John Candy, John Hughes movie. Actually has Macaulay Culkin in one of his first roles. This was like the year, I believe, before Home Alone came out. So, really fun movie, though, with John Candy, and I'm excited to watch this one in 4K. But what excites me about this is that Kino Lorber, I feel like, is doing all kinds of different types of titles. They're doing horror, they're doing adventure, they're doing just classic movies. And I would love it if they got more into comedy. If they really dove headfirst into comedy, we started getting some of these classic 80s, 90s comedies. I don't know exactly what they could get their hands on, but if we started getting stuff like The Mask with Jim Carrey or Dumb and Dumber, or some of the Adam Sandler comedies like Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, I would think that would be awesome. So I don't know if we could get stuff like that. I think Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore are Universal, so that's possible. I believe they've worked with Universal in the past, but it would be really cool if we could start getting more classic comedies. And if Kino Lorber wants to be the one to do it and actually put them out on 4K, because I want to see, I want to see all the movies in 4K. I don't discriminate what I want to be on 4K, because I think that every movie could stand to improve on 4K. But yeah, Uncle Buck on 4K, I'm excited for it. Let me know if you are in the comment section below. We also had the Criterion October announcements that I covered in an entire video last week. So I'll kind of run these down fairly quickly, just going into a few details. Like I said, I covered it all in great detail last week in a video. So if you want to see more in-depth thoughts, go check out that video. I'll try to link it up there. But we talked about Don't Look Now coming to 4K on October the 3rd with Dolby Vision and HDR. They're also restocking the out-of-print Blu-ray because this is currently out of stock. So they'll be restocking that so you can get it again on Blu-ray if you want, or you can get it with the new 4K restoration coming out on October the 3rd. We also have Videodrome coming out on 4K on October the 10th with Dolby Vision and HDR. So Arrow Video already did a 4K Videodrome last October, I believe. I don't know if it's going to be using the same 4K restoration or if they're going to be doing their own, but I have to imagine they're going to be doing their own here, but not 100% sure. We also have, this one's super exciting, guys. We have the Todd Browning Sideshow Shockers collection set. This is 3 movies from the 20s and the 30s, classic horror films directed by Todd Browning. We have Freaks, we have The Unknown, and we have The Mystic, and these are all coming out on October the 17th in the same little kind of box set style thing. They're all going to get new 2K restorations and first time on Blu-ray for all of these films, and you're going to be getting new features in this set as well. So I know some people were disappointed that this was not 4K. Guys, we can't get everything on 4K, and the fact that they're restoring these movies from the 20s and the 30s, we just need to be grateful that we're getting that. Nice 2K restorations. I'm sure these movies are going to look fantastic. Would have been nice if we got them on 4K. Absolutely. I would have been here for it, guys. Like I said, I want everything to be on 4K. But look, let's be grateful we're getting these movies in HD on 2K, these classic movies that could have been lost in film history, but now they're being preserved by Criterion. So really cool announcement right there. We also got The Others coming out on 4K on October the 24th with a little bit of controversy here. I didn't even cover this in last week's video. I was like, I don't know. I covered it on all the other releases. When I got to The Others, I just automatically assumed that this had HDR or Dolby Vision, I guess, because why wouldn't it? But there's no HDR or Dolby Vision in this 4K edition of the others. So I have no idea like what Criterion is doing here, why they're choosing to do this. It just seems like randomly they will decide to not do HDR or Dolby Vision. So I have no idea what the thought. Maybe they just decided that it wouldn't look better with the HDR and Dolby Vision, but I don't know. Maybe there's just not a lot of colors or a lot of colors to work with here in this movie because it's a very muted film. It's a lot in the dark. There's a lot of candlelit scenes, but I don't know. I feel like this is kind of a mistake. I don't know why Criterion's choosing to do it this way, but it definitely takes away from the excitement of this release a little bit for me, if I'm being honest. But it's going to have Dolby Atmos as well and some new features. So really cool that, they're doing the others in 4K. I'm excited to rewatch this one. I hope that, it not having HDR and Dolby Vision, hopefully it still, impresses on 4K. Let me know what you think about it, though, in the comment section below. We also have The Nanny coming out on October the 31st, not the, 90s comedy with Fran Drescher, who's the director of the Screen Actors Guild Award, which I didn't even know about until this whole actor strike thing came up. But it's a 2022 movie that I'm not too familiar with, but that's coming out on Blu-ray with a 4K scan on October the 31st. We also have, guys, getting out of the Criterion announcements, Batman Mask of the Phantasm is coming out on 4K, the 1993 movie based on the animated cartoon series that I used to watch all the time when I was a kid. It's coming out from Warner Bros. On September the 12th with a native 4K and HDR10. So I'm super excited for this one. This is one, I talk about these DC animated movies all the time on this show, and I'm like, I'm not going to get this. I'm not too into those. I will absolutely get this because I saw this movie in the theaters, and I've got a lot of nostalgia for this film. And to be honest, I have not rewatched this movie probably since it came out on VHS. I remember watching it a few times at home. So it's been a long time since I've seen this movie, so I'm excited to check it out again on 4K for sure and just have that rush of nostalgia. So this is a really great movie, though. This is probably, a lot of people would say this is up there like top 3 Batman movies. So if you haven't seen Mask of the Phantasm, it's an excellent animated Batman movie from 1993, back before they were doing these animated movies like every single week, it feels like. This is the original Batman, the animated series, Kevin Conroy, Mark Hamill as a Joker. Like, this is a phenomenal animated DC movie. So highly recommend this movie. If you didn't know too much about it, Batman Mask of the Phantasm. I'm super excited to get this one, and it comes out on September the 12th. We also have Shrek the Third. I actually noticed this on Groove. This is coming out on 4K from Universal on September the 12th. Now, this is an upscaled 4K with HDR10. We have Thunderbolt and Lightfoot, which is a Clint Eastwood movie. That's coming out on 4K from Kino Lorber on September the 26th, and it's going to have HDR and Dolby Vision in this as well. And The Train is coming out. Burt Lancaster starring in The Train is coming out on 4K on September the 26th. This has HDR and Dolby Vision. So I actually have a review for The Train because that Blu-ray came out at the beginning of 2021, which I kind of have an issue with this a little bit. And I get it. It was before like Kino Lorber was really getting into 4K, but they had done 4K when they released The Train on Blu-ray a couple of years ago. And I did a review for the Blu-ray on the channel. It was like one of my first early reviews way back. But this is black and white. I love black and white and HDR. I'm sure this is going to look fantastic. So I'll probably end up getting this, but I spent $20 on this Blu-ray a couple of years ago. But I feel like this is the first example of a Kino Lorber like recent re-release. Like they just put the Blu-ray out a couple of years ago, and now they're doing the 4K. I don't feel like they do this kind of stuff too often. So I'll give them a pass right now, but if they start doing this stuff like left and right, like if Man on the Moon gets a 4K announcement like next week, I might be a little bit upset about that, even though I think Man on the Moon will look fantastic on 4K and I love the movie. But yeah, I don't know. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same slipcover and same design and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know, guys. I don't know how I feel about that. The Train on 4K. Let me know what you think about it. We also have the October Imprint releases announced. These are all coming out on October the 25th. And there's actually, like, usually with the Imprint stuff, like, I'm interested in maybe like 1 or 2 titles. I'm actually interested in maybe 3 or 4 of these titles coming out from Imprint in October. There's a lot of really cool stuff here, including Guillermo del Toro's The Orphanage, which comes out in a big box set with 2 discs and tons of features, including new commentary and visual essays. So you got a lot of features in this set. It's in a big box set. It's 2 discs. This one's like a really cool collector set. I don't know if I'm going to get this, but like I said, I'm interested in it and checking this one out. We also got Wind Chill coming out, which I'm not familiar with at all. And we got Bug, which previously had a Kino Lorber 4K announcement. Then they canceled it, but now we're getting Bug on Blu-ray, not 4K, from Imprint in October. So I'm actually 100% going to pre-order this one. I didn't see the pre-orders up yet on Diabolic, but maybe it's up by the time I put this video up. But once it goes up on there, I will 100% pre-order this. I want this in the collection. This is directed by William Friedkin. And the reason that Kino Lorber didn't do it is because they were having all kinds of issues with Friedkin and doing the transfers. But we are getting the Blu-ray release, and I believe this is the first time on Blu-ray for Bug from Imprint. So I'm excited to pick this one up. You're supposed to be getting a new commentary in this as well. We also have Skeleton Key starring Kate Hudson, which I'm also interested in. This is coming out with a new commentary and features in this set. So I believe that this one does have a Blu-ray. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but getting the special edition treatment, new commentary, new features. So I will probably maybe pick this one up. If I get two, I'll probably get Skeleton Key and Bug, because I haven't seen Skeleton Key in quite some time, but I remember it being a pretty eerie, atmospheric horror film back in the day. We also had The Mad Room, which looks interesting, looks like an interesting old school horror movie, and Night of the Eagle is coming out as well with new audio commentaries and features. Actually, a lot of new audio commentaries and features on that one. So some cool stuff coming from Imprint. Like I said, I don't usually order from Imprint. I don't even think I have one Imprint title in my collection, but I will absolutely order some stuff from these announcements for sure. We also got a ton of Walmart Steelbooks, guys, coming. I talked about this last night in my live stream. We're getting flooded, absolutely flooded with Walmart Steelbooks. I don't know what's going on with Walmart, but they are like all in on these Steelbooks right now and these exclusive editions, which I love to see it. I love to see Walmart picking up the slack for these exclusives, especially from Target, who used to do a lot of them. But Walmart's kind of swooped in there like, look, we're the exclusive king right now. And they're doing all these awesome looking Steelbooks. Now, I will say that most of these are Blu-ray. There's a couple of 4Ks from RLJE, but let's go ahead and get into it. These are coming out from Lionsgate on September the 12th. We have the Saw 1 through 8 collection. We have the Leprechaun 1 through 8 collection. We have Rob Zombie's Halloween 1 and 2. We have the Blair Witch Project and Blair Witch, which I believe this one is actually sold out right now, but I will link all these down below in the description. But I believe that one's sold out. And we have the Firefly Trilogy, Firefly Family Trilogy, with House of a Thousand Corpses, The Devil's Rejects, and 3 from Hell, all in that set. So some really cool Steelbooks coming out. Now, most of these have been re-released to death on Blu-ray and gotten tons of Steelbooks, like the Firefly Trilogy got a Steelbook at Target, so I get it if you don't want to double dip. Now, me personally, I jumped on the Blair Witch one and the Blair Witch because I didn't own the Blair Witch Project on Blu-ray, so I was happy to get to upgrade that with a cool Steelbook. But a lot of these are the same. Like I think with the Saw and Leprechaun, they didn't have the 8th film in both of those previous collections, and now they have the 8th film included in those collections. So that's the big difference. You're getting that extra film in the collection set. So yeah, some cool stuff coming out of Lionsgate from Walmart. But let's go ahead and get into the RLJE stuff. All these Steelbooks are coming out on November the 14th. Again, Walmart exclusives. We got Color Out of Space getting a 4K Steelbook, The Man Who Killed Hitler, and then Bigfoot getting a 4K Steelbook, Bone Tomahawk getting a Blu-ray Steelbook. I wish that one was 4K. The movie would look great in 4K, which I also pre-ordered that one as well. Great movie directed by S. Craig Zoller. Absolutely love that director and that movie. We got Vesper coming out, Blu-ray Steelbook. Werewolves Within coming out, Blu-ray Steelbook. Arizona coming out with Danny McBride, Blu-ray Steelbook for that. And Psycho Goreman getting a Blu-ray Steelbook as well. And we also, guys, look, guys, we're not done yet. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey is getting a Blu-ray Steelbook, a Scream Factory exclusive, and Walmart. Scream Factory Walmart exclusive coming out on October the 10th. So some cool Steelbooks coming out from Walmart, guys. Like they are swooping in and taking over the Steelbook King. Now, I will not find any of these in stores. I already know that. But again, I will link all these down below if you want to pre-order any of them. But I believe that Blair Witch Project double pack is sold out now. So hopefully they restock it. But again, I'll link it down below. We also got the Toxic Avenger 1 through 4 4K collection coming out from Troma on August 29th. So I went over that before, but I got an official announcement coming out on August 29th. And I believe there's tons of special features in that set as well, if you're a Toxic Avenger fan. So let's go ahead and jump into the deals, guys. We don't have a ton of great deals going on Amazon right now. They kind of died down a little bit, but we still got the Kino sale going on until August the 8th. I actually did a video on that last week. It started last Thursday, so it's going on until August the 8th. So if you didn't know, guys, jump on KinoLorber.com. Take advantage of these sales. They're great sales. There's 4Ks for $17.99. There's Blu-rays for like $5.99, $6.99. Some great stuff on there, so go check it out. I'll link it down below in the description. We also got the Criterion 50% off sale going on at Barnes & Noble, and a lot of these titles are on sale on Amazon as well. So definitely take advantage of that. That ends this Friday, July the 28th. But we also have on Amazon Born on the 4th of July Blu-ray for $5.99. We have Avatar The Way of the Water on Blu-ray for $19.99. We have the Wishmaster 4-movie Vestron set for $17.96, which is a great deal for that. Super Mario movie on 4K for $24.96. We have Arachnophobia on Blu-ray for $3.99. We got American Gangster on 4K for $10.99. We have Evil Dead Rise on 4K for $23.99. And we have Shazam! Fury of the Gods on Blu-ray for $15.75. So that's the deals. Like I said, not a ton of deals going on right now, but let's go ahead and dive into what is new this week. There is so much coming out this week, guys. There's some stuff that I am not going to cover. There was like a long list of stuff coming out. A lot of partner label stuff from Vinegar Syndrome. I'm going to cover the big ones that are coming out. But again, with the partner label stuff, I usually do videos at the beginning of the month covering all that. So I don't feel the need to do it again here, but there's just tons of stuff. There was literally like 80 or 90 titles coming out this week. So I'm going to do most of the highlights, the big stuff that's coming out, but some of the boutique label stuff, I just did not have the time to clip and cover here today. There's just tons of it, guys. Get on Blu-ray.com, release section, and check it out. But new titles this week from Vinegar Syndrome. These have been released. A lot of these were May releases that came out, but now they're available to pre-order and order on Amazon. We got Boogeyman on 4K for $26.98. We got Undefeatable on 4K for $26.98. We got Night Screams on 4K coming out for $44.99. We got Villages of the Damned, 3 Horrors from Spain coming out for $25.98. We got Effects on 4K coming out for $27.99, which is actually an AGFA title, not a Vinegar Syndrome title. That's a partner label. We got One False Move coming out on 4K from Criterion for $24.99. There's also a Blu-ray of that as well for $19.99. Now again, keep in mind that after the sale's over, that'll jump up to $34.99 for that 4K of One False Move. We also got World War Z coming out on 4K from Screen Factor for $29.99. We got Needful Things coming out on 4K from Kino Lorber for $25.99. I'm super excited for this one. Hopefully it comes in at some point. Whenever I order this stuff off of Amazon, it just takes forever to get here. The same with To Live and Die in LA. I'm still waiting on that one to come in from Amazon, but $25.99. Super excited to check this one out in 4K again. Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is coming out on 4K. Not the classic 90s ones, but the new produced Michael Bay ones, the 2014 ones, coming out on 4K from Paramount for $19.96. We got the Robot Monster 3D coming out from Bayview Entertainment for $25.58. We also have Team America World Police coming out from Shout Factory for $22.99. We got So I Married an Axe Murderer, another one I'm super excited about, coming out on 4K from Sony for $26.98. Definitely expect a review for that one on the channel this week. We also got My Best Friends is a Vampires coming out from Vestron and Lionsgate for $11.99. We got Blood Money, 4 classic westerns coming out from Arrow Video for $79.99. Hopefully I'll dive into that one this week and I'll get a review up very soon. Super excited to check that one out. We got The War of the Worlds 70th anniversary. This is like the 4th or 5th release of this movie on 4K, it feels like. This is coming out on 4K from Paramount for $19.99. So a good price point for that one. Probably the cheapest price point that I've seen for it thus far. We got Resident Evil Death Island 4K Steelbook coming out from Sony for $29.99. There's also a Blu-ray version of that as well for $19.99. We got the Sensual World of Black Emmanuel box set coming out. 24 movies, 27 cuts, coming out from Severin for $289.99. So if you like porn, check that box set out. 24 porn movies in there for almost $300. We got Justice League War World 4K coming out from Warner Brothers for $28.99. There's also a Blu-ray as well of that for $22.99. Like I said, another DC animated movie that I don't care about. I just care about Mask of the Phantasm, not that. But if you do, it is available this week. We also have a lot of Warner Archive releases coming out. 6 new Warner Archive releases coming out, including Shyamalan coming out for $19.99. Helen of Troy coming out for $19.99. The Broadway Melody coming out for $21.98. The Fastest Gun Alive coming out for $21.98. The Last Time I Saw Paris coming out for $19.99. Dude, Barry Was a Lady coming out for $19.99 as well. And we got 3 new Kino Lorber releases releases. Kino Lorber Blu-rays coming out. Dead Heat on a merry-go-round coming out for $17.99. The Anderson tapes coming out for $17.99. And a Dandy and Aspic coming out for $17.99 as well. We also got Magic Cop coming out from 88 Films for $22.99. I actually did an unboxing on that on a video a couple of weeks ago. Looks like a really cool release. We got Robin Hood and the Black Pirate coming out in a double pack from Coham Media Group for $19.99. We got Hollywood Dreams and Nightmares, the Robert Englund story. I did pre-order this one. This is getting a Blu-ray release from Cinedigm for $19.99. Also a Walmart Steelbook as well for $24.99. So one of these is a part of the Cinedigm Screenbox line. This is supposed to be number 11, which I find to be extremely odd because they just did 3 a few months ago, and now they're jumping straight to 11. I don't know where all the numbers are in between. Hopefully they'll fill them in at some point. But yeah, this is very interesting. This is coming out as a slipcover version on Amazon and also a Steelbook at Walmart for $24.99. We also got Paint, the Owen Wilson Bob Ross movie coming out from RLJE on Blu-ray for $12.99. We got Dark Nature coming out from Epic Pictures for $14.99. And we got It Ain't Over. Actually, it is with this title, It Ain't Over from Sony for $24.99. And with that, guys, we are done with this week's edition. Lots of stuff to cover this week of the Physical Media Report, episode 170. I hope you feel more informed in the world of physical media. Please, if you can, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Also, comment down below of everything that we covered this week. What are you the most excited about? Let me know in that comment section below. Turn on those bell notifications and follow me on all my social media accounts. Those links are down below in the description, and we'll see you next time.